want you all to please close your eyes. Quickly. I can see everyone. जब तक बैठने को ना कहा जाए शराफत से खड़े रहो. ये पुलिस स्टेशन है, तुम्हारे बाप का घर नहीं. ना तलवार की धार से और ना ही गोलियों की बौछार से. बंदा डरता है तो सिर्फ परवरदिगार से. बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं ये. मकबूल, इन बातों को ध्यान में रखो और आगे चलते हैं.
जीन, तुम काफी दुबले हो गए हो.
हाँ जेरी, मैं काफी दुबला हो गया हूँ. मेरे पास एक प्रोडक्ट मिला है जिसका नाम है सोना बेल्ट. मैं बहुत ही खुश हूँ.
सारा शहर मुझे लॉयन के नाम से जानता है. मोना डार्लिंग, स्मार्ट बॉय.
ये जो अंदर है उसी को बाहर लेकर आने का है. और यही आज सब लोग यही बात कर रहे हैं बार बार. हाइला, तुमको भी जब मौका मिलेगा ना तुम भी टेडेक्स स्पीकर बनोगे. तुम सब टेडेक्स स्पीकर बनोगे.
You all can open your eyes. I grew up listening to all these wonderful voices, and these voices had wonderful impact on me. I mimic 250 plus voices, and 100 plus voices are celebrity voices. And genuinely, I do it with utmost passion. I can become anyone. Their voices, their energy, their emotions, and at times, even their actions. Let me take you to a journey. At the age of 6, I first realized I could copy someone, and that was a cartoon character. When the guests used to come over at my home, I was always told to do some stuff in front of them. But I used to go and hid in different room or hid behind the curtains. But as I figured out the guests were about to leave, I immediately came forward. Something inside me just whispered, "Come on, give it a try. Give it a try." And I just went and said,
अंकल स्क्रूज, ह्यूई ल्यूई ड्यूई, मुझे यहाँ पे आके बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
that made no sense to me, but the guests burst into laughter. And that was not a mocking laughter, ladies and gentlemen. That was something, a laughter that glows your heart. I was felt seen, I was felt heard, and I felt recognized. I was very shy. And after completing my schooling, as I moved to an engineering college, the first attraction that I had, it was, of course, not a girl. It was the biggest stage. And when I saw the biggest stage, probably at that point in time, something inside of me invoked and said, this is the place I like to be. This is the place I wish to be. This is where I have to be, having no clue what I would be doing on the stage. While spending some time in college, along with my friends, seniors, and faculties at large, they came to know that I mimicked them as well. They motivated me, and again I felt seen. I conquered all my fears, all my shivers, and started nominating, performing, and at the same time winning accolades, not just inside the college, but outside. As I was in the final year of my college, I immediately had a wonderful campus placement and I joined Reliance Industries Limited. On one side, voicing was happening in autopilot mode. And after 1 year joining of Reliance, people came to know that I mimic, and I could mimic 20 plus people. And now it's a good time for parties and functions. I was called, and I loved performing there. And that was a time where I got recognized. One fine day, one of my friends called me, and he said, Himanshu, I'm mesmerized with your performance, you know. But we had 40 minutes of fun banter at that phone call, I tell you. And he asked me a wonderful question, as if heaven was going to fall, and he says, that's all okay, Himanshu, but what's the original in you? This is just a copycat. That question crushed me. I got dejected, disappointed. I kept on practicing, I kept on performing, I kept on winning accolades, but at the same time, at one side I felt lonely and lost. After 7 years, once I was sitting on my sofa and I was watching a podcast, it was my idol of my childhood, Mr. Sudesh Bhosle, the voice of Amitabh Bachchan. He was telling the same story, and he had the same question, if you are mimicking, then where is your original voice? And he also wanted to quit mimicry. And he went to his guru, the legendary music director, Mr. Lakshmikant Pyarelal. And you know, mentors are mentors. And the question they asked to Sudeshji was, tell me, Sudesh, how many like you? As if the infinite universe was just speaking to me for the first time. And I walked out of my sofa and I said, how many like you, Himanshu? And the inner conflict was over. I again started NPR, nominating, performing, and winning accolades. 2 years from then, the journey continued, and at one point in time, I had two big shows, one of an audience of 300 and 1,000. I qualified through auditions, and then I was not given a chance to perform in finale. I was again a bit dejected. But yes, the infinite universe was once again kind to me. And this time, I was in a process of watching podcasts, and a voice appears in front of me that was Yogic Guru, that was Mr. Sadguru Jaggi Vasudev. And he told, well, if something is not happening as per your wish, that means there is some higher intelligence working for you. Do you breathe? The breath is automatically happening to you. Do you digest food? The food is automatically getting digested. So hold on. That was again a wake up call. So, guys, what is infinity? Is it a number, a symbol, or stars in the galaxies? I started pondering on. I felt it is the limitless happiness inside a child. It is inside a child who refuses to give up. It is the unimaginable imagination in an artist. It is not the number of voices that I do. It is how deeply I feel the one voice that allow me to do all the voices. That was infinity for me. Thank you very much.